The fact that Ado Awaye Lake is one of the only two suspended lakes in the world makes it an exciting destination and a must visit. The Ado Awaye Suspended Lake is located in Ado Awaye, 20 kilometers out of Iseyin headquarters of Iseyin local government in the Okeogun area of Oyo, Nigeria. The other suspended lake lies in Colorado in USA. This lake is a diameter-shaped lake with green-like water. No one knows the depth of the lake. Many folk tales surround the lake. It is believed that the lake leads to another world and has mysterious power to solve personal and health problems. What's the hype about this mountain at the lake? Ado Awaye gets its name from the two sister communities surrounding the mountain, Ado and Awaye. The ancient community was a powerful monarchy in past centuries. According to history, the Alado, king of Ado, was second in authority to the Alefin of Oyo Kingdom. However, the Alado was struck by a spiritual attack while visiting a neighboring community for a ceremony and recognized that the attack had come from his kinsmen but could not stop it. Before he died from the attack, he pronounced that anyone who sat on the throne during the period of what should have been his natural life would pay with their life. So the following 35 years, the throne was left vacant and other kings rose in clout and renown. Odu'a Museum and Hall of Fame is located on the 24th floor of the Cocoa House, Dugbe, Ibadan, and it opens from Monday to Friday in Ibadan. Odu'a Museum and Hall of Fame was conceptualized by Odu'a Investment Company Limited to reflect a memory of classical glide of history, technology, people and culture, art and crafts as they relate to occupation and ingenuity of the past. Management of Odu'a Investment Company Limited therefore put this center in place to showcase some objects of historical and aesthetic values that are evidence of material culture bequeathed to us by our forefathers. It is an high hope now to school children, visitors, and other people who are interested in learning about Yoruba culture. The Odu'a Museum is a notable innovation aimed at documenting the Yoruba cultural heritage for posterity. It is no doubt that the Yoruba have preserved their material cultural heritage, which has reinforced their sense of identity, as may be observed in the exhibition gallery of the Odu'a Museum, which are various kinds of pottery wares and utensils, traditional musical instruments, wood carving objects, clothes weaving material known as Hashoiki, and Yoruba peace treaty in 1886. Boas Tower is located in one of the oldest areas of Ibadan, Oyo State. It was unveiled on December 15, 1936, designed by Taffy Jone, who designed Mapo Hall, and named after the first British resident in Ibadan and a traveling commissioner for the interior of Yoruba land, Captain Robert Lister Bauer, who brought peace in his era. The 60-feet tall Boas Tower was bettered on Shapati Hill. This was where he administered his government as Lieutenant General, which we call Governor today. There is a place called Pulpit where warriors meet with Boa. The tower, which is one of the oldest tourist attractions in the largest city in West Africa, has an excellent view that could allow one see the splattered brown roofs like broken china. J.P. Clark had beautifully described in his poem Ibadan. Though this structure was built in the 1930s, the unique architectural creation still looks pristine and well structured. The tower gives a spectacular glance of the four corners of Ibadan. One can view from Okiare Hill, where the tower stands upon. The surrounding landmarks surrounding this tower includes the popular Cocoa House, Mokola Hill, Adamasingba Stadium, the Polytechnic Ibadan, the University College Hospital, and the rusty brown roofs around the town. However, a lot of people do not know the tower because of poor maintenance over the years, which has made people think the tourist center is deserted. The tower, which rises to the sky and only stands to represent tales, but is far away from life around it. The tower has two entrances with narrow staircases, which were explained as the architectural design that allows one single-handedly walk through the steps alone to the height where the city can finally be seen. The tower is a great place to visit. The Ibadan National Museum of Unity is an ethnographic museum in Aleshinloye Ibadan, Nigeria. The museum is dedicated to the culture of different ethnic groups of Nigeria. The idea of creating a national museum in Ibadan was proposed in 1973. The museum was created to store cultural artifacts from Nigeria. The museum was inaugurated in 2002 under the supervision of the National Commission for Museums and Monuments. In 2014, Monuments Day was recognized at the museum with a focus on the condition of monuments in Nigeria. In December 2017, the museum made a collaboration with Obas for a cultural exhibition. In 2018, the museum opened a new exhibition center to promote tourism in Oyo State. This exhibition featured artifacts such as Ibadan Shigidi figurine, Mume head mask, Ekoi headdress, Benin roaster brooms, and Edo metal bells. The University of Ibadan Zoological Garden was established in 1948, primarily as managerial to support teaching and research in the Department of Zoology. With time, the animal collection grew in number and diversity, and the menagerie gradually became a full-fledged zoo in 1974. It welcomes a large number of visitors from far and near every year. The University of Ibadan Zoo, like most modern zoos, display wild animals primarily for the conservation of endangered species, as well as for research purposes and education, and so also for entertainment of visitors. The garden is a home to a wide array of animals comprising mammals, birds, reptiles, and amphibians. The Irefin Palace is yet another treasure chest of ancient Yoruba history and wonder in Ibadan. Located in the nucleus of the city, the busy Bere Market, this structure still stands today with imposing grace since 1910. Its walls and corridors are home to whispers and secrets of the past, as well as insights into the role of the Irefin clan in the development of Ibadan. The palace is of great significance to the Yoruba because it is one of the last standing cradles of traditional culture and heritage in the city. It was built as a home to a powerful chief at the time, Oba Irefin Ogundeyi, a philanthropist and advocate of formal education with great influence in the community. Awaye Lake is a popular tourist destination located in Ibadan, Oyo State. The adventure and boat cruise offers tourists the opportunity to explore the eco-friendly, serene and historic lake, as well as sailing into a world of endless horizons and captivating adventures. Packages at the lake includes boat cruise, tour guide, networking, refreshments, games, music, and lots more. Located in Dugbe, a major commercial area in Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria, it was built from proceeds of agricultural commodities like cocoa, rubber, and timber of then Western State of Nigeria. The building today houses major offices for major firms and broadcasting companies. Odu'a Investment Company Limited occupies 3 floors of Cocoa House, the Odu'a Museum and Hall of Fame, which was commissioned by Professor Wole Soyinka in 2013. Alba Dam in the University of Ibadan serves not only as a traditional dam but also as a tourist attraction in the university and city as a whole. As a fishing and recreation center, the only one of its kind in the region, open to the public. Situated in the University of Ibadan, the Alba Dam was constructed and completed by the British government in April 1964. The cultural center was constructed few decades ago by the administration of a former premier of the Old Western region, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, and remains a pride of the city. It was once a cherished jewel of the state. It took up center stage around the mid-90s, hosting several celebrated cultural events and state functions. The culture center sits beautifully on top of the Mokola Hill, and I must say it is way bigger than it looks. The entrance is guarded by 2 beautiful sculptures, one a drummer with the gongon and the other with the shekere, which are both native musical instruments in Yoruba land. Perched atop Mokola Hill, this remarkable structure, designed by architect Professor Demas Nwoko and was erected in 1977. Outstanding Art Gallery, which showcases myriad of talent of local Nigerian artists across the nation. Breathtaking, exquisite, memorable, and downright phenomenal artistry by Yinka Fatumbi and his artist colleague. Situated in Adamasingba Stadium in Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The world-class artistry and professionalism. Agbaku Cave is one of the historic sites at the ancient capital of Old Oyo Empire, which now refers to as Oyo Ile, and it was first used as a home by Oromiyan, the first Alaafin, many centuries ago. It was later converted to a refugee camp where the royal family then would hide for safety during war. However, after the first fall of the city established by Oromiyan, Alaafin Habikpa, who later relocated the Oyo people back to the old city, converted the cave to Are Ona Kankafo's quarters, where he was to stay with his family. The cave is so spacious enough to house more than 1,000 people at a time, and it is located in the park at the outskirts of Oyo Ile Legendary Complex. Idere Hills is one of the latest tourist attractions in Oyo State. Idere Hills was recently commissioned as a tourist attraction site in Oyo in the year 2020. It is a historical mountain surrounded by a beautiful green landscape. This mountain has an interesting story dating back as far as over 600 years. It is located in a quiet town in Idere, Ibarapa region in Oyo State. Idere Hills has one of the most beautiful landscapes in Nigeria. The views will take your breath away. There are several attractions you should look out for when you visit this beautiful mountain. The different attractions at Idere Hills that make this place unique and fun to visit. Adamasingba Stadium, also known as Lake Salami Stadium, is a versatile sports arena in Ibadan, Nigeria, primarily utilized for football matches. The stadium also serves as the home ground for Shooting Stars Football Club and various other local teams. With a seating capacity for 10,000 spectators, it offers a vibrant setting for sports events. This stadium is also the official home ground for 3SC. A visit to the Aleshinloye Palace, Ibadan, is your opportunity to go back in time and learn about the history of the first Olubadan of Ibadan. Ilaji Hotel and Sports Resort is a massive property in Ibadan. It's way off on the heart of the city, which is not bad. There are several facilities available, and I think there are 3 restaurants of various categories. There is a mini mart where you can pick up some stuff you may need. If you are staying long and you didn't pack them when coming, there's an AstroTurf football field, a lawn tennis, swimming pools, and other recreational facilities which you can use to enjoy your stay while using this massive resort. IIT's forest was originally part of a much larger forest in southwestern Nigeria, but now surrounded by the city of Ibadan. It is the best protected and only urban forest in the region. This makes it a center of biodiversity and a refuge for once common species, with over 450 different plants, 272 birds, 236 butterflies, 48 mammals, and 28 reptiles and amphibians, which have been recorded, and many more await discovery. Among these species are some that are in rapid decline, and if not well protected, may be threatened with extinction. Whenever you pay a visit to the city of Ibadan, I would advise for you to visit IIT's forest to get yourself into an adventurous moment of learning. Mapo Hall was designed and constructed by engineer Robert Jones, also known as Taffy, who was a Welsh man who worked in southern Nigeria between 1910 and 1944 and was seconded to Ibadan Native Authority in 1923 as a road engineer, where he remained until his retirement to Wales. He is also ascribed as being the engineer who built Manor House in Iseyin. The cost of construction was 24,000 euros, and construction took 4 years between 1925 and 1929. The foundation stone was laid in June 1925 by Captain W.A. Rose, the resident of Oyo Province, and it was completed and declared open by His Excellency Sir Graham Thompson during the traditional leadership of Oba Shiyanbola Ladugbo, the Alefin of Oyo, and Oyewole, the Baale of